It's like, are people really living like this? Is this a life? Is this a life? Hi guys, my name is Shomi Mary Oshifoduri and this is Show Me O'Clock. I'm a midwife, registered midwife in the UK, and on my channel I talk about relationship, I talk about God, I talk about migration and surviving as a midwife in the UK. And on today's video, this is just like a chit chat video. I know numerous people have made this type of video, but it always comes funny to me. I wouldn't lie. It's what numerous cultural shocks I've experienced in the UK. I've been in the UK for about 18 months, to and fro. I've spent over 2 years in the UK, going to Nigeria and back. But all these things, all these things I've experienced in the UK, just like, you know, I was just thinking. You can never, like, when you're in Rome, you become a Roman, or you behave like a Roman. Yes, when you're in Rome, you behave like a Roman. That's what we call this. Those things are happening. You know, when I first came, I was like, how the hell are people living like this? Like, are people really living like this? Is this a life? Is this a life? But you know what? After 2 years, I can comfortably say to you that I have a British side, that I have a Nigerian side. Like, it just comes natural to you. Like, once you stay in the UK for a while, some of their practices, some of their cultures just become integrated into you without you knowing. Even in your accent will change one kind. For example, now if I'm talking to you people, we you know the way I would talk. But if I'm talking to a white person, I'm going to talk to them based on how they talk to me. Do you understand? Because if you keep using your accent, they're not going to hear you. They cannot even understand what you're saying. But when you say, "Are you okay? How can I help you? Do you need anything? Would you like to have a cup of tea?" A cup of tea. When you use their English, that's the word that they will. You know, when I was coming to this country, I was like, I'm going to preserve my accent as much as possible. I'm not going to change my accent for anything. But at the end of the day, you just find out that unconsciously, sometimes it will just like slip into your mouth. No matter how much you try to preserve your accent, when you live in a place for a while, consciously or unconsciously, it might just slip into your mouth. So I'm talking about the culture shocks that I've experienced here in the UK. The first thing and the most annoying thing is their tea. When I was in Nigeria, tea that we used to drink is Milo, Bonvita, Ovaltine. That's the tea that we used to drink. And milk, Peak milk, Cowbell, Dano milk, it's either powdered evaporated milk or tinned evaporated milk. When you want to buy anything, if you go to a store and you say you want to buy milk, they will ask you powdered or liquid. Then you buy everything that they sell. Most of the milk that we get is evaporated milk. I came to this country and I realized that their original milk, the milk that they always drink in this place, is liquid milk. One kind of liquid milk that is not even sweet. So they call some skimmed milk. They call some fully skimmed milk, semi-skimmed milk. The bottom line of it is that the milk is not sweet. And that's the milk that everybody's using. So if, you know, when I first came, my trust provided some groceries to us. And this milk was part of it. I was like, what is this milk? You know, the milk that you cannot even use and drink Gary. Like, if you pour it inside Gary, it's not going to show that you put milk inside. That's the milk that they drink. I was like, hey, I love Magbawa. And this is like the most common milk. Like, if you go to this store section, that's the most common milk that you find. You have to look before you get the evaporated milk. And I'm like, you guys, this is what you guys are drinking. But at the end of the day, I realized that I'm starting to like it. And most of the time, once I want to like do anything, the milk I now use, the milk that I didn't like then, is now the milk that I'm using. In fact, I'm buying the semi-skimmed milk. So those are some of the things. Like tea. Their tea is not chocolate. They call what we call tea in back home hot chocolate. That's hot chocolate. You can call it chocolate drink. So it's either hot chocolate. If you go outside and say you want to buy tea, what they are going to give you is not sweet. But if you say you want to buy hot chocolate, so what they are going to give you is something similar to Milo, Bonvita, chocolate drink, like that. So their tea is the tea bag, normal tea bag, like tea bag. That's what their tea is, like lip tea, top tea, and all of that. I'm like, oh really? And offering you a tea is a sign that they care. So if you're working, you feel like you are stressed, the shift is so busy, as a midwife in charge, you can offer your workers tea. Even the ward clerks, sometimes the assistants, they offer you tea because they believe that it's a way to just make you comfortable. So if you visit someone, if you want to ask someone for the date, you can just say, can we just meet up for it, can we have a tea date? You can just go out, drink tea, drink coffee, and have a discussion on while you're drinking it, and it's like a big deal. Like, you know, sometimes they ask me, do you want tea? I'll say no. Do you want tea? You say no. Someone has said, it is rude. Like, and at the end of the day, I will still go back to make my tea. But if you want, you can always, I don't like them making my tea for me. I like to make my tea by myself. But if you are also going to make tea for yourself, you need to offer other people that are around you, would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea? So that when you're drinking your own tea, you have to also offer them tea. So that's I really found very weird. Like, I'm in a place of work, tea is free, you can drink tea as much as you like, you can do like 10 cups, nobody said you. Like, that's one of the things, like, you don't tell me before now. So another thing that is so annoying is their houses. Their houses are so small, especially if you're living in a high cost area like my area. Houses are so expensive and they are so small. In my father's house, Baba Yo, in my father's house, we have house, we have compound. Our in this place, sometimes you will not even have compound, depending on the type of house you have. And the thing is, the housing system is so funny. The housing system is so funny. They have agents. In Nigeria, we also have agents, but our own type of agent is different from their own type of agent. This is their own type of agent. They're very professional. In my own country, you want to go and view a house, you will pay agent fee, you will pay form fee, you will, in fact, at the end of the day, you might be spending 50,000 naira or just looking for apartment, just to say that you are looking for apartment. But in this place, that is so easy. You just go on some online sites like Rightmove, Open Rent, Zoopla, Spare Rooms, and you see different types of houses, and you even see your budget self. You see what your budget is, and they cannot cheat you. The one that one agent will say 20,000 naira, another one will say 30,000 naira. In this one, you can see a range of what everything looks like, so you can also bargain, like, okay, can I pay this amount? Do you understand? So it's very open and transparent here. But their houses are too small. The room that I was living, so when I came in, my trust provided me accommodation for 6 weeks. Then after 6 weeks, I had to move out because, you know, obviously it was cheaper to rent house outside the trust accommodation. I moved out, and where I moved out was a cubicle. You need to see the wardrobe did not even contain my traveling bag. Like, seriously, I'm like, is this where I want to live? But like that, I lived there for like 1 year. The room was so small, you understand? And when, you know, Nigerians that would like to acquire things, even women, it's just not natural. You just acquire things that you need, but at the end of the day, you just find out that their small house is breeding a culture of giving. So if you buy something, you don't need it, you cannot keep it unnecessary. You have to move it out, because if you keep that one in, you are not able to put another in that will be useful. For example, when I wanted to move houses, I removed a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes. They are still good, take it to charity. This one is still good, take it to charity, so that meaningful clothes can be able to fit into your small room. And you know, unlike our place where we have face me, I face you, a room self-contained, room and parlor self-contained, mini flat, 2-bedroom flat, like that. In this place is different. They have a shared apartment, so shared apartments can either come, you know, there's a beautiful house, then you share rooms. Some of the rooms might have their own toilets and bedroom inside. That's an ensuite, but some of them might have shared toilets, so you might even have to share toilets with other people. So annoying, but no, sometimes you cannot complain. It depends on the type of house that you are, and most of the agents that are there, they keep an eye to make sure that the houses were clean. Like, at least the house that I lived was I was sharing my toilet and bedroom with one other person, and it was really neat because they cleaned it every Friday. As in, even me, I'm the one cleaning that toilet cannot be as clean as the way they used to clean it, you understand? But even sometimes during use, if my other mates had to use the toilet, sometimes I have my own personal cleaning equipment. I just clean before I use, and it was really, really nice. Now that I'm living in a house that I have to wash my bedroom and my toilet, I found out that I was flexing when I was living in a shared apartment, because I didn't need to just worry about washing bedroom, but now I need to spend time to wash bedroom, clean it, and make it appropriate for use. The houses are so small, like the wardrobes, they don't expect you to have too, especially if you are single, they don't expect you to have too many things. But like, let's just move on. The houses, the flats, they are so small. Even the houses, storages, before you see an apartment that you really like when I needed an apartment, I started praying to God, this is the type of apartment I want, because it's quite scarce to see a house that has space, you understand, has storages where you can keep a lot of things. So difficult. The houses are so small, like no compound. Sometimes you park on the streets, sometimes no personal parking space. It just so depends on where you find an house. Just read more about UK housing system. Like, it's a topic on its own for you to even just learn. Another thing I'm going to say is that no community in this place. For example, now I will be passing through a place every morning. Apart from the fact that people cannot be sitting in front of their house, because you know the weather here is not nice. The weather used to select days to be nice. Even in summer, it will select some days out of the summer to be nice. It's not always nice. So that's why I was telling my husband one thing, that any day you see sun and you come out, it is not only you that you are running out. Thousands of people too are running out to come and collect that sun. If we should check our weather forecast now and see that it's going to be sunny tomorrow, everybody will be outside. Everybody will help out that brother is coming outside to come and collect sun, because it's a scarce commodity in this place. It's very scarce for you to see good weather. So whenever we see good weather, we're always happy. That's why you see summertime, a lot of people are very, very happy, because you know, winter, you can't stay outside, you can't stay in your backyard, you have to be inside on a heater, using duvet, wearing all the akokbo that you can akokbo in order to keep warm. So in the winter, you will not even see anybody in the street. Everybody's inside their house. Even me, I'm not going to stay outside my street. So if you move into the UK during winter time, you might not even know your neighbor. You might not even see your neighbor. But during summer, you can see them maybe sitting outside, sitting at the back of their house. Then some people might just be standing, just looking. So then you can even make friends. But there's no community. Ask my mommy. If I'm going to our area in our house now, from the bus stop, even from the garage before our bus stop, we will see people that will be greeting me. Ah, Etideo, you are back, bye-bye, welcome, this is, where are you? Someone that you don't even know before, we just say, ah, it's been long, I saw your face, so say, ah, good day, man, afternoon, man, good morning, man, good evening. You will greet everybody on your street before you enter the house. But in this place, I don't even know the person that is sleeping beside my house. In fact, I can see them from my room. I can see their slippers from my room. But I don't know the person that is staying beside my house. Even the next house, I just found out about 3 weeks ago that we had a black living beside my house. Like, nobody knows who. Nobody knows me. Just go to work, come back. If you have husband, play with your husband. If you don't have husband, play with your friends. And no lack of community. Like, I've talked about the weather. The weather here, it rains a lot. You know, sometimes we say, ah, it is May in Nigeria, rain is not going to fall. In this place, you can't say that, though. You cannot even predict if rain is going to fall or rain is not going to fall. And your phone, your weather forecast is very, very correct. If they tell you that rain is going to fall by this time and the cloud is not cloudy, by the time is that time, within that minute, rain will start to fall. I think which is their weather forecast here is very, very accurate. Like, forget. So sometimes when I want to go out, for example, I want to wear this clothes out without jacket, and I can see the weather is still fine by now, I just have to check my weather forecast to see what their prediction is for the rest of the day. If it's going to get very cold, advise yourself to take a jacket. If you think that it's going to be warm within the time that you are going to go out, just go and come back with your fine girl hair, so you'll be shaking on the street of London. Another thing is that everybody here minds their business. If you like be dying like this, they will mind their business. There was a thing that happened, my colleague, she started bleeding and all of that. Everybody were just minding their business. All of them were saying, call ambulance, call ambulance. At the end of the day, can you imagine? Like, if it was someone in Nigeria, they would volunteer the car that would take the person to the hospital. They were still waiting for ambulance. Nobody wanted to carry it. Like, it was a very sad situation. Everybody just wants to mind their business. So if you find yourself in the UK, just try to have a community. For example, in this place, I have community of friends, I have community of colleagues, community from church that I can call in case anything arises. It's very, very important because their community system, because most of them, they have communities, and the way they make their communities is very different. Is the friends that your mom has made, the friends that your grandma has made, your mom will make some friends, you become friends with the friends your mom has made, and like that you go to school, you make friends with people from school. So the way their friendship system works, the way they meet people, the way they socialize is not even from house to house. It's about like where you work or where you stay or something. That's the way they make friends. So British people, they like to talk about the weather, especially as a midwife. You meet different people every day. If it's hot, you must talk about, oh, the weather is, if it's nice, if the weather is nice. If you go and meet your patient, you need to talk about it, because that is the topic of the day. That is the way to create conversation, to start rapport. You just talk about, oh, the weather is so nice. You're like, oh yeah, they will just start talking, and from there you can, you know, create relationship with them. Another thing I'm going to talk about is that their postal service is very, very efficient. I lived in Nigeria over 20 years of my life. I've never used postal service. Never ever. I do not even know that we had a postcode until I needed to be filling some forms. Postal service in this place is very efficient. Please, I don't know what is happening to Nigeria. Why can't our postal service be efficient? One celebrity went to Ikoyi postal service. It was just dilapidated. Like the building was even very bad to start with. Not to even talk about the service that they offer. So like, I don't understand. Like, when I knew that we can send mail with somebody, just exchange, and it will go. I was like, really? It shocked me. No delivery man, no delivery bike, no. In fact, I wanted to. This week I was trying to see if I could send food packages to someone that I know, and I'm finding it hard to find, because you know they want the food to be able to withstand for at least 48 hours for movement. So I'm thinking, if I cook a food and send it inside the chicken in the budget, it would have been smelling before 48 hours. So in case you guys know any food delivery that I can use, or any tip I can use to deliver food from one point to another in different areas, just please drop it in my comment section. The last thing I'm going to talk about is going to the store. Going to the store here is very, very different. Every store in this country you can find it on Google. Even if it's umbrella that they're using to sell their market, you will see them on Google. There is one man that sells kebab and all of that. Like, this man, looking at him, like, originally, you don't expect him to be really, really educated or so much educated. But this man is on Google. He's on Google. If he has delivery, like all these delivery apps or delivery stores, they also come to their stores. I don't know the way they do. Even the bank, he uses contactless and all of that. I'm so surprised. As small as the store, even our African store too, they have POS terminals. You know, everybody has their POS terminals, because this country is kind of a cashless country. I can't remember the time that I withdrew money last. Even if I withdraw money, it will be I don't even withdraw money. If by chance cash falls into my hand, I'll find a way to just dispose it off, because with my phone, ordering my phone, I can go anywhere. I don't even need to take my card. I just need to tap contactless with my phone, and I pay for things. Go to grocery stores. You can even pay for yourself. I remember in ShopRite, especially the one at Ikeja, there are sometimes you will go to ShopRite and you want to just buy 3 things. The amount of time that you will stay on the queue is enough for you to even go to another store and just turn back. Do you understand? So sometimes, like, I just wish all these African countries can kind of accept or just use some of the innovations that these countries are using. A lot of our leaders come here for vacation, they come here for holidays, and they see the way things are being run here. For example, you want to go to a store, just take your phone or just take your card, tap it, and you're out. There's self-service area that is, you can do it by yourself. You don't even need to come in contact with any storekeeper. you would do everything by yourself. Nobody will even know that you entered the shop. Maybe because they are truthful, because you know, sometimes me, I've not tried it before. There's CCTV everywhere. If you go and take things and you go out without paying, everyone is looking at you. So there's CCTV everywhere. But if you take everything, you just use your self-service option and you go. But the thing that is to pay me there, no matter how big the store is, you have to pay for your line-on. No, if you like buy all the store, you have to pay for the bag that you want to use and carry it. Because it's customer service. In our house, I used to fight in Nigeria. I used to fight people that used to send me things. If I go and buy bread from you, don't give me line. I'm not coming back to your bread store again, because only customer corona, you are sending customer away. So it was something that I used to like. No, you don't give me line. Even when I used to sell pure water for my mom and other things that she was selling, someone will come and buy pure water 5 naira. We want to collect line out. I fear the God now. It's not money we're using to buy line out. But it's quite interesting when you see the motive behind these things. They're doing it so that people can reduce the pollution. For example, if your bag is bad, if you take it back to the store, they can give you a new one. If your bag is back, so it's recyclable, they would recycle it. They expect that once you use it and that you are done with that, you bring it back to the store and they give you a new one, so that they can recycle as much things as possible. And with that, me, that I'm a Nigerian person, African person from Duko, I make sure I carry my bag. Any day I don't carry my bag, the thing they always pepper my body. But I make sure I always carry my bag anywhere I'm going to that I want to use the store. Or if I'm not carrying my bag, I hold the things in my hand and be carrying it to my house, because I cannot be paying 25p 10p for a nylon, ordinary nylon that I have numerous number inside my house. So that's on it. That's really on it. That's one of like most of the things I've experienced here in the UK. It's so funny. It's so funny. There's very much more that I've even forgotten to mention. You know, I just put a lot of things, like I just scribbled out a lot of things that were coming to my head at the time, and that's what I've shared with you. And on the last note is that there are a lot of old buildings in this place. Like the buildings, you know, everyone in my own country, everyone is striving to build a house. Almost every time there are new built house. Like in our area, like where I'm from, if you want to buy a house, usually you go for the new build houses. It's really difficult for people to even buy houses and renovate them. You know, it's the rich people that used to buy houses and renovate them. And if the area is extremely developed, that's where people would want to renovate houses. But in this place, I can say the house that I'm staying in is been built for years and years and years, and it will still remain the same. Like they just keep maintaining it and doing renovations, like to meet the standard of the government. They really keep their houses, which is okay, and they also sell their houses. You know, that's on it, period. So if there was something that really shocked you when you came here, just let me know about it and drop it in the comment section so that everyone can learn. With that, we come to the end of this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and share my content. Like or comment, or if you enjoyed this video, if it made you laugh, because it made me laugh, press the subscribe button. Thank you. Till we see you again. Bye.